to achieve as ASEAN Chair in 2026, what ASEAN and Korea have already built together, and where we can take this partnership next. First, the Philippines 2026 ASEAN Chairship. Our starting point is simple. ASEAN cannot achieve meaningful economic integration unless our MSMEs can participate in it. Women are at the core of this 70 million strong enterprise. It was said earlier that MSMEs account for around 97 to 99% of enterprises in ASEAN and approximately 85% of employment. They are not the margins of our economies. They are where much of ASEAN actually works, creates, and grows. This is why the Philippines is advancing a priority economic deliverable on integrating the ASEAN MSME development agenda. With particular attention to women-led enterprises, we want regional integration to become more tangible to businesses on the ground, better access to knowledge, financing in markets, stronger digital capabilities, and easier connections around the region. The Women Business Council Philippines is the lead organizer of the second ASEAN Women Economic Summit in 2026, happening later this year, and the ASEAN Trade Expo 2026, to help entrepreneurs from ASEAN strengthen partnerships and accelerate inclusive economic growth across the region. Leading this are women entrepreneurs from the Philippines who are joining us here today. Ms. Maria Eileen Abiva Sazon, Ms. Rhoda Castro Calibara, and Ms. Melanie Nam. Another initiative is the proposed ASEAN Center of Excellence for MSMEs, which the Philippines stands ready to host, subject to the agreement of ASEAN member states and the ongoing feasibility and scoping process. We also have the ASEAN Center for Excellence for Cultural and Creative Industries, envisioned to widen access to ASEAN creative products and services. Its real value should be practical, connecting ASEAN's existing resources and helping an entrepreneur find the right support at the right stage of her business. This agenda also sits squarely with ASEAN's digital transformation. Following the successful conclusion of negotiations in Manila last May, we look forward to the expected signing of the ASEAN Digital Economy Framework Agreement, or DEFA, in November. We are also advancing ASEAN Leaders' Declaration on AI-powered MSME growth. Because the question has changed. It is no longer simply how do we get MSMEs online? It is now how do we help them compete in an economy being reshaped by AI, digital trade, and new technologies, without leaving smaller enterprises behind. Second, ASEAN and Korea already have a strong foundation to build on. The IDEAS project is a good example of what this cooperation can look like when regional policy reaches individual entrepreneurs. More than 3,800 women MSMEs across ASEAN have completed local training, building digital capabilities, expanding their access to e-commerce, and creating networks across borders. In the Philippines, partners such as Bayan Academy and Women Biz PH have paired training with localized mentorship, business management support, and practical assistance. With their assistance, a small MSME called Cory's Kitchen was able to digitize and build an online craft platform through this project, bringing ube, local jams, forward to the region and to Korea. And that experience has reinforced an important lesson. Training matters, but training alone is not enough. Women-led MSMEs, including many in creative and cultural sectors, still face constraints in financing, infrastructure, markets, and business networks. Many women are also building enterprises while carrying social responsibilities at home and in their communities. Many of the Philippine MSMEs here at the exhibition today support farmers and social enterprises too. Digital inclusion is not simply a question of whether an entrepreneur has internet access or knows how to use an online platform. It is whether she has the financing, confidence, networks, and market opportunity to turn these tools into growth. And so the Philippines has been working to connect these pieces through policies combining digital adaptation with market access, consumer protection, and stronger economic partnerships. We have also institutionalized support for a creative economy, strengthening opportunities for creative and cultural enterprises, many of which are MSMEs. The largest lesson is that technology works best when the ecosystem around the entrepreneur works with it. ASEAN ROK cooperation is moving in this direction. We welcome Korea's continued support through the Korea-ASEAN Digital Innovation Flagship Project and capacity building towards the DEFA implementation. We also welcome negotiations to upgrade the ASEAN-Korea Free Trade Area. A modernized AKFTA can open more pathways for MSMEs and startups to reach markets and participate in regional value chains. And at the ASEAN ROK Post-Ministerial Conference last July, both ASEAN and Korea recognized that MSMEs, startups, science, technology, and innovation are important drivers of inclusive growth and regional resilience. So where do we go next? I will offer 3 practical recommendations. First, move from digital training to scaling. You should no longer ask, can an MSME open an online store? You should ask, can it receive cross-border payments, protect its data, reach Korean and ASEAN consumers, use AI to become more productive, and enter regional supply chains? This is the next frontier for our cooperation, helping enterprises move from digital participation to competitiveness. Second, connect technology with finance and markets. For many women entrepreneurs, the problem is not a shortage of ideas or ambition. There are so many creative women and so many creative niche. It is the distance between capability and commercial opportunity. Future cooperation can close this distance by connecting digital skills with financing, mentorship, intellectual property protection, logistics, export readiness, and business-to-business networks. No MSME ecosystem is more complementary than ASEAN and Korea. Korea brings deep strengths in technology, innovation, startups, and creative industries. And ASEAN brings an extraordinary entrepreneurial diversity, from food to tourism, fashion, digital services, cultural industries, and green enterprises. Third, we hope to invest in institutions around the entrepreneur. Capable entrepreneurs need capable ecosystems. And we need to design cooperation around the entrepreneur's journey. As the Sokmyung president said earlier, when women are given tools to their business, they do not grow alone. That means strengthening policymakers, trainers, financial institutions, implementing agencies, and the organizations that support it to be gender responsive, evidence-based, and grounded in the realities of the very diverse and very different ASEAN markets. This is also how initiatives such as IDEAS leave a legacy beyond any single training cohort, building networks and institutional capabilities that endure. Let me close with one thought. The success of ASEAN ROK MSMEs should not ultimately be measured by how many digital initiatives we launch. It should be measured by what entrepreneurs are able to do because those initiatives exist. Can they build stronger businesses, reach new customers, enter new markets, create jobs, and turn all these good ideas into something sustainable? For the Philippines, that is what inclusive regional integration means. And IDEAS has shown that what is possible through ASEAN ROK cooperation when it reaches the levels of entrepreneurs. As ASEAN Chair, the Philippines looks forward to working with our fellow ASEAN members and the Republic of Korea to make this opportunity real. Thank you.